Good morning, Ruby Gold Diggers. Hope you are all doing well. Happy Tuesday. I am looking for our Miss Sharla to invite her on live here with me. And we're going to be hearing about her story today and about her month of October, some good things to share. Hope you're all doing well. If you're tuning in live, let us know that you are on. Good morning, Sharla. Thank you.
It worked.
Yahoo! Good morning. I don't know how to, if I need to make this. Here we go. Maybe landscape. No, that's. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with how to make this in landscape. I'll have to poke around with that later. But welcome. So happy to have you today. Thank you for your time to come share with us. Excited to hear your story. So, welcome, ladies. If you are live, let us know. If you're watching this on replay, let us know. Give Sharla some hearts and love in the comments. We're happy to have her and hear her story today. Today, we wanted to talk about how Sharla had a really successful month in October and how she did that with only 2 hostesses. But before we get into that, Sharla, I don't know that we've really had a chance to have this one-on-one discussion. I'd love to hear briefly about your background, a little bit about you. So, maybe ladies with a similar background might be listening.
Well, I've done several direct sales, but never had any success other than, to be able to pay for my product or whatever I was doing. And so I definitely was not interested in doing another direct sales when this came along. I just decided I would give it a try because I was definitely in the need of bras that had no underwires because my breast had been so tender. And so when I got them and I stepped into them, it literally took me 2 or 3 times of wearing them before I was so sure. But then it just melted to my body and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't keep this a secret. And so I just thought, what the heck? I got this kit because, I want everything at a bargain. So I bought the kit and I thought I just might as well take them around to my friends, family, and let them step into them and just, ask what do you think about them? And I just felt like I was not pressuring whatsoever. And I thought, oh my gosh, this is just easy. When ladies stepped into them and they liked them. And so I just thought, why not? I've got time on my hands. I am a flight attendant for a private charter. So on the average, I work 11 to 12 days away from home. And so I just gather my little notebook and my little calendar and I just take it with me in the hotels. And I will usually stick some extra camis in my suitcase in case I have parties going on. I can always just hop in there in my bathroom in the hotel and I just show them, so it's really been a great fit for me. And I feel like I have less distractions really when I'm out flying because I don't have the TV going. I don't have laundry to think about or dishes to think about or going to the grocery store. I can just focus on Ruby Ribbon. And so I think it's been a great fit for me. It's been a huge godsend because we were just basically living paycheck to paycheck. I know at my age, that's kind of embarrassing to say. But, we're just happy. We just, we're not in need of anything. But I just thought if I could make enough extra to fly to see my grandbabies, we have, between Glenn and I, we have 5 kiddos and none of them are local. We have 9 grandkids and 3 of them are in Italy now, and 6 of them are in Washington State. So I thought if I can just earn enough to go see my babies one more time during the year, it's going to be worth it. And I've been able to do that more than one more time a year. And just to be able to not have to worry if that paycheck is going to make it, every month, you know, because I've got my little nest egg over here that I can just put it in there. I make more than 2 payments a month on my new little car. I was able to upgrade and get me a newer Cadillac. So I just feel really blessed and honored to be that this stepped into my life when it did. At a time we're going through pandemic, and my business just flourished and took off, and it just blows me away. Just absolutely blows me away.
I love that. What a beautiful story. And I love how you said, like, not only did the business help change your breast health situation, you mentioned that you had, tender breasts from underwires or previous bras, but then as so many of us start this business, just looking for a bargain deal, it has grown into something that has blessed you, from living paycheck to paycheck to being able to see those grandbabies in different areas. And I didn't know you were a flight attendant. That's super cool.
Oh, you did it?
I did not. And I love what you shared too. I think it's so relatable because when you're gone for 10 to 12 days at a time traveling, we think of how sometimes our day job is all consuming and there's a lot going on and we can't find that time. But I love how you said you just bring some camis with you so you can do, a party from your phone on your downtime in your hotel. So, yeah, that's beautiful. How long have you been a flight attendant for?
Just 5 years, and that was another huge blessing. It just fell into my lap. I'd been in the medical field all my life, and yeah, it just, who would have ever thought? Not me, but that's been a huge blessing too. Just I get to fly to other parts of the country that I would have never got to fly, before, and so it's just been, and even there's some months that I don't fly 10 days, 11 days a month. I might fly 2 or 3 days here, 5 days here. It's really wacky, but my cami business is kind of wacky. And I hate to admit this, I am not a disciplined person trying to get better, because my house is usually a wreck. And my cami room right now, I had a vendor event on Saturday, and right now my cami room is just in disaster. But I got to start working on all those ladies I got names and numbers for on Saturday. So I don't know when that's going to get put back together. But yeah, it's been a fun whirlwind, and just meeting all the other stylists and making new friends, and the people that cross my path. It's just a small world, how you run across people that know people yeah, it's just really cool.
I love that. Yeah, so well said. So, I wanted to ask you about your month of October. So if you're just hopping on, ladies, Sharla's a flight attendant. She's very busy. She has many grandchildren that she likes to travel to visit with. And despite everything she has going on, she had a really successful month of October with only 2 hostesses. So I'd love if you could expand on that, how that worked for you and, maybe some strategies you used.
Well, when I came into October, I don't even remember having any parties booked, or if I did, it was just those 2. And I thought, how am I going to meet my goal, my 5,000? I always want to reach 5,000 in sales. And because I like that paycheck. Once I started making those 3 paychecks that were really, really pay you well, I don't want to miss them anymore. And so I was nervous coming in, but with Ruby Ribbon offering so many sales and new incentives, and honestly, I was blessed with 2 really, really good hostesses. One really good. She had like over $3,500 or $3,700 in her party. And I think the trick with her party was she went on live. She showed her products, her new leggings, her cami. And if she didn't like it, she would say, I just don't think this one is a good fit for me. It might be for y'all, but it's not for me. I'm going to send it back and exchange it, but she would not hesitate to post pictures and to go live. And so I think that was a huge step for ladies, being able to relate. And they wouldn't just order one cami. I think this was probably one of the first parties that I've seen. Most of her ladies ordered 2 and 3 or more camis, briefs, and leggings, you know. So it was just a huge blessing. Her party was. Not to say that some of them, you know, sent them back and were like, well, no, I just don't think this is for me right now. You know, I tried to work with them and stuff, but that doesn't happen very often where they don't just, you know, exchange for a different size or whatever. But I did have 1 or 2, I think, in that party that totally sent them back, wanting a refund. But anyway, I think she'll be a long-time customer. I tried to bring her on as a stylist, and she said, I thought about it, but she said, I'm just so busy, but I'm not going to give up on her because she knows oodles and oodles of friends, you know. So we'll see where that takes us. So, but I did
Yeah.
have a lot of past customers because of the sales. I had a lot of past customers text me and say, oh, I love this. You know, when I post the leopard cami, you know, several like, oh yes, I love animal print. I want that one, you know. So I think it just helps that Ruby Ribbon has offered extra things, you know, last month and this month for us. So everybody always wants a deal. So
Yeah. And I heard you say a couple key things in there that I just want to re-emphasize. So one is that, you know, we can have months that we have amazing hostesses that really help open our network to new women who are really excited to try this. And you know, maybe doing some hostess coaching around asking your hostess if she's comfortable or open, you know, to going live, or even just sharing her testimonial, maybe a picture of herself in the cami can make a big difference in, you know, helping gain that trust from her friends. And a second thing that I heard you say is that the returns, and I just want to emphasize here too that returns are normal. I know as a new stylist, I felt defeated when I had, you know, a few people make some returns, but our return rate is actually quite a bit lower. You know, in direct selling and in the apparel company, I think we have like a company-wide return rate of maybe 10%. And so just, you know, if that happens to you, know that it's probably not, you know, a sizing thing that you did wrong or anything like that. It's just sometimes that just happens, right?
yeah,
So
and I can also say that brought up another idea that several of those ladies that wanted to exchange, I said, okay, here's the deal. If you want to get that one at that sale price and your size is available now, you don't want to miss out. And I said, go ahead and place an order for that one and then just send these back and get a refund. And several did that too. So that makes, you know, that makes her party have more volume in it too. So, but I do like if when ladies will do that, just place another order and then they're not waiting 3 weeks, you know, 2 weeks, whatever it takes now to get that product so they can start wearing it. So
yeah, such a great point, especially now that our shipping, we have free shipping and only $100 as a cami and a pair of pedals. You know, most are buying that anyway. So yes. And then another key point I heard you say is past customer sales. So that is definitely a strategy when you become a stylist for a while or even for a few months. Ladies are always, you know, looking for a refresh, looking for more options. When we have that language that we want to replace all the bras in their bra drawer, then they're going to come back for more. So would you be open to just sharing briefly maybe 1 or 2 strategies that you used? You mentioned you posted a picture of the heritage leopard, but do you typically send any messages to previous customers, or is it mostly like posting in a group that you have?
I go back and I post in past parties. I do print out, I try to print out my past sales, like for the whoever to order the cheetah print before. I sent messages out to all those ladies, other than just posting the picture in the parties and saying, hey, who likes this? It's 20% off right now, you know, and got several sales like that. So just both, the combination of both. I do have Project Broadcast. I'm a little scared to use it, and it's just because I don't use it enough to feel comfortable with it. And I haven't got all of my customers in there yet. It's like a discipline thing. I've got to sit down and nail some things down so I can be more efficient in my business and save me time, you know? So yeah, a lot of improvements I still need to make. You know, been in the business, in February it'll be 3 years. And so I need to really start working on some of these things to save me some time.
You
So
know, I think we can all totally relate to that. Most of us are doing this business part-time and often, you know, by the seat of our pants, admittedly, right?
yes,
And despite that, you know, you sold over $7,000 last month while, you know, doing your traveling with your flight attendant day job and, you know, visiting grandchildren and everything else in between. And so I think that you're right. I think that this is something that we can all fit into the spare time pockets. It doesn't have to be this formal, you know, I'm going to sit down now and do this, although my results are always better when I do set aside, you know,
I
that
don't know how
dedicated
you do it with 4 kids, Kayla.
you know, I don't know how I do it either. Actually, you know, I just pray every morning for energy to get through the day, meeting all the demands that, you know, need to be done. So, but yes, so ladies, if you're watching live, give Sharla some hearts, and ask any questions. Feel free to show her some love. And Sharla, we appreciate having you this morning. Thank you for sharing your story.
Thank you.
If you are a stylist who wants to share your story, maybe you have a certain occupation, nurses, teachers, anything, stay-at-home mom, we would love to hear your story and a recent one you had. Maybe you had your first sale, your first in-person fitting. We would love to hear about that. Reach out and let me know. And as far as these stories go, I'm going to be making these available in a YouTube format so that you can share with somebody who might have a similar story for prospecting or sending to customers, posting in your parties, anything like that. So I hope you all have a happy Tuesday. Thank you, Sharla, for your time. I know you're a super busy lady and we appreciate having you.
Thank you. Y'all have a great day.
You too. Bye, ladies.